Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy hump day. Yes, whatever Clayton and Gabrielle do with them. But we're going to jump right into some headlines. We got a cool day for you. And starting with Gracie the giraffe goes missing in Texas. Sparks search. How do you lose a giraffe? These things are like 25, 30 feet tall. And they're like 10 feet to 15 feet long. Like their body. How do you lose a giraffe? How does a giraffe go missing? Texas, it's not like you're a forest. I don't get it. And it's been like 2 weeks. Is this not super confusing to everybody? It's a freaking giraffe. It's not like it's got its head down, like sneaking around. It'd be 30 feet long. How did you lose a giraffe? How do you not find it? It's even if it's napping. Even if it's napping, their bodies are thick. If it's laying down on the ground, that thing is still 5 feet high or better. Or maybe a little bit less. But still, I don't get how you lose a giraffe and can't find it in Texas. So much for the cowboys in Texas. Jeez. All right, moving on. Bats covered in pollen make tequila possible. Okay, this is because they pollinate. We know that about bats everywhere. They don't just make tequila, okay? The bats pollinate a lot of different things. Why we had to focus on tequila? Maybe because that bat is yellow. Maybe. All right, moving on. A controversial California barbecue pitmaster suddenly shuts down hometown restaurant. Not enough chili dogs. That's the problem. Right, Steve? No chili dogs, no bueno. Every restaurant should have to serve chili dogs. Right, Steve? All restaurants, one chili dog on the menu. That's a funny campaign. All right. Enough shenanigans, but never enough chili dogs. Next up, we have, starting with Back in the Bearded Past with Zach.
Hey everybody, how you doing out there? It is Wednesday, and it's time to go back in the bearded past with Zach. I don't know how many of you guys actually read this. I actually still do once in a while. It was the first issue of the Wall Street Journal, came out in 1889. It's one of few prints you can actually kind of still get out there on a regular basis. There we go. Yeah, just like that. 1889, Wall Street Journal, everybody. And then also, too, on this day in history, we had in 1947, there were reports are broadcast that a UFO crash landed in Roswell, New Mexico on this day. It is what has become known as the Roswell incident. And of course, everybody's come up with things from weather balloons to this, that, and the other thing. But yes, the Roswell conspiracy started this day. And then last but not least on this day as well, July 8th, 1776 was actually the first public reading of the Declaration of Independence. So they had written it, finalized it, did all that. Woohoo! Celebrate the 4th of July. But nobody really knew it was, not the rest of the kind of the country didn't know it was on it until today. So 4 days later, the rest of the country was like, oh, okay, that's what we got. So the first reading of the Declaration of Independence, 1776. This is the public reading, mind you, too, not the first reading. They obviously read it when they wrote it. But this is the first public reading, you guys. So I hope you enjoy your history today. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye now.
All right, nice job, Zach. Thanks for that. Weird Laws with Alex right here. The law should be not that weird to me and Steve, but weird to everybody else. Chili dogs on every menu.
Welcome back to Weird Laws, and today is Wednesday, July 8th, and we are getting ready for another start of the weekend. I know it's going to be very exciting, but I do want to point out, hope everyone is dressed to impress out there because you guys want to look your best while you're practicing for your interviews.
That's true.
And welcome Hannah to Weird Laws.
Hiya.
All right, now it's time to spill the tea on today's weird law.
What's the tea, Alex?
Well, the tea is this. In Juneau, Alaska, flamingo owners are prohibited to bring their pet into a barber shop. Okay, I am not understanding what that is actually, because this law actually existed in Alaska, because this is a law I never heard of. Say for example, if you want flamingos and you can't bring your pet into a barber shop, you're probably gonna be fined for that.
Yeah.
What kind of law is this?
Yeah, that's just like a weird law.
Now that is a weird law right there. Ari, have you ever heard of that law before?
No, but I guess I'll have to keep my flamingos at home.
Oh God. Another law that nobody gets and just doesn't even seem to make any sense. It doesn't click in.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh jeez. I'm glad I don't live in Alaska, and I hope you guys don't live in Alaska.
Thank God I don't live in Alaska.
Yep. Whatever you do, don't move to Alaska!
Yeah, don't move! Don't move to Alaska at all for that law.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Hope everyone is having a good Wednesday. We'll see you guys on July 10th, which is Friday. Have a good week. We'll see you guys on Friday.
Bye.
Okay, so this law makes zero sense, except for one thing, and I have a theory. But first of all, it's got me all choked up. It makes sense. No animal should really go into the barbershop. It's unsanitary. It's not professional. But flamingos is way too specific for Alaska, Juneau, Alaska, where probably the highest temperature they ever got might have been 72 or 76. I don't think it's ever hit the 80s in Juneau, Alaska. So, flamingos are a warm temperature bird and only naturally found in southern Florida. Naturally, that's where they live, that's where they come from. So they ain't living in Alaska, especially Juneau, Alaska, ever. They're not living there. A zoo, maybe, indoors, possibly, but I doubt it. So, no one's got a pet flamingo in Alaska. Why make the law? Well, Alaska is notorious for not liking other people. And they're also notorious for kicking people out of that state. So, it's less to do, I think, with an actual bird, but if someone from Florida happened to be traveling with their bird, their pet flamingo, which I don't even think people have pet flamingos. Yeah, they're in certain gardens and stuff like that, at certain hotels and things like that in Florida, but no one's traveling around with a pet flamingo. I think that they put this on the books to kick Floridians or out of the state, or to keep Floridians from coming into the state. Basically a sign that says, Florida, you're not welcome. I think that that's what this law is more about, which is rude. But Alaska is a great state, don't get me wrong. But yeah, they got a rough reputation with kicking people out of the state. Good people, by the way. So moving on. Thank you for that, Alex. Nice job. Nice weird law you got there. That was a good one. Next up, National Day with Gabrielle.
Good morning, everybody. Here we are on Wednesday. And you're going to notice this week my National Days have a theme to them. After I tell you what today's is, maybe you'll start to catch on. And then I'll give you a hint for Friday. But what is it? What day is it? It's Wednesday, and that is National Gabrielleism's Day, right? So it's Hoopty! Yeah, that's right. We're going to have to make that a national day, right? It has to be like that. I don't think it'll go anywhere but here, but that's okay. We're okay with it. But it is Wednesday. It is the 8th, and the national day is National Raspberry Day. Not a raspberry, not another kind of raspberry or anything. The kind you eat, the little red raspberries. Yummy. I love raspberries. When I was little, we used to put olives on our finger, right? Especially in the holidays, and we'd run around with all these olives on our fingers, and my grandmother would get really mad because now there was no olives on the table. All of us grandkids had all of them on our fingers. My grandkids don't like olives. I know, bad gene pool there, probably from their mother, but I don't know. But they love raspberries, so they run around with the raspberries on their fingers. And of course then, raspberries are red now. Everything is red, but that's what they do. And they love raspberries. If I don't have raspberries in the house, I'm in trouble. But I love to take raspberries and I like to put them in my ice cream. I know people like strawberries, I like raspberries, but raspberries are so good for you. Just like, any other fruit and vegetable, lots of antioxidants and all those good things. But I think raspberries are underrated. Mash them up, really good. Put them through a sieve and then you have like, ooh, this yummy, like a syrup almost, and you can put it on things. Oh, what am I gonna make this weekend now with raspberries? But it's raspberries. And I really have always wanted to grow raspberries, blueberries, but I don't have the patience for them. I don't know, there's something. I did strawberries one time, but then I figured that the dog figured out that she liked strawberries. She would eat all the strawberries off the plant, so she probably would have done it with the raspberries also. So, no good in my house. So, and please don't tell me you don't like raspberries. It might break my heart. But anyway, that's today. It's National Raspberry Day and not Day.
National Raspberry Day. Raspberries are not as common here. I mean, you get them and they're kind of expensive. And in the foothills, in certain areas, you can find lots of natural raspberries, and so you can get lots of raspberries, but it's a little pricey. I like raspberry jam. I like raspberries in different ways, salads and things like that. Raspberries by themselves are just good, but you don't get them too often. So it's a good day. If you haven't had a raspberry in a while, get some raspberries. It's a good day to do it. Next up, nostalgia. Let's get simpatico, Zach.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Nostalgia. And today, we're going to talk about my favorite theme park in the whole world. It is about rides, animals, games, you name it. I think you know it very well. It is Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Now, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom was built, I think somewhere in the 80s or 90s. If I'm mistaken, it's okay. But all in all, it is a great theme park. It has rides. All rides are very fun. They have dolphin shows, an orca show where they do awesome tricks and also get splashed if you like it. And there's some acrobats for the dolphin show, which are really awesome, don't you think? But and also there are more animals out there, like sharks, stingrays. There's also get pet stingrays and dolphins too, if you like. And there are more awesome animals that are out there. So it's just a fun theme park to me. I think they're still around till this day, and maybe I might go somewhere one of these days. I want to go back there, don't you all? But enough of me talking. Hope you enjoyed this nostalgia.
The all-new Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Get closer than ever before to our new baby animals, Dakota, Roo, and Bo. Plus, experience the all-new Thomastown and our new show, The Spirit of Shuka. Save $20 and pay just $29.99 with a coupon from select Burger King restaurants. 3 lands, 1 kingdom. The all-new Six Flags Discovery Kingdom.
All right, Discovery Kingdom. I don't think I've actually been there, Zach, since it was called Discovery Kingdom. I used to go when it was Marine World and saw different things and rode the rides and stuff like that. Pretty cool place. It's grown up quite a bit now. They got a lot more rides there. I haven't been. Shoot, I can't even remember last time I was there. Honestly, I might have been in my 20s last time I was there. So, but cool place. I think they've changed a lot of things. They used to have there used to be a big lake there, and they did water ski shows. I don't know if they still do that or not. That was pretty cool. And the penguins are always cool. I like penguins. Lots of cool things to do there. It's a bit of a jaunt, especially from here out to Vallejo for that, but pretty cool place. All right, so we're simpatico, Zach. 2 for 2. Let's see if we can make it 3 for 3 for the week on Friday, shall we? Great. Sounds like a plan. Steve, chili dogs should be a law on every menu, every restaurant. Every restaurant should have to do it. Like, we should have a chili dog month. Every restaurant across the United States has to put one chili dog on their menu for 1 month, and everyone goes and tries them. Best chili dog restaurant wins something. The crown of chili dogs for a year, and then every year we do it in that month. We have a month of chili dogs. Yeah, that'd be cool. It should be a law. I mean, we got all these other dumb laws. Why not? This actually isn't a dumb law. This law generates revenue. This is the law that generates tax revenue, and businesses get to make money, and people get to have fun and eat tasty food. It's like this win-win-win with that law. Can't go wrong. Steve, get on that. Call your local congressman. Tell him you got an idea for a new law. All right, guys, have a great Wednesday. We'll see you Friday on the morning routine. Take care.